I would like to know something about the Manifesta Journal.
Okay, yeah. Well, this is a journey. This is a big journey in itself. I have been very glad because Viktor Misiano proposed me after he has been doing such a great job with the journal, if I could imagine taking it over. And so not only it was an honor, but also again, I was quite moved because the first series of the journal was done together with Igor Zabel and Viktor Misiano. And Igor was, I guess you knew him, Igor Zabel. He was not only an amazed human, human person, I mean, just an amazing personality, but also very important for my personal decisions to become curator, and somebody extremely generous and intelligent and extremely knowledgeable, and so I had a lot of respect of this journal. And then Viktor, after Igor died, Viktor took over the next 6 issues that he presented even more as a kind of comprehensive, almost like an anthology of what curating, what the methods of curating are, what does it mean to curate. He made almost like a grammar of curating. And so when I tried to think about how I would approach what I'm interested in curating, was immediately this question of what do we do when we say that we curate? So what are the inspirations of people that curate, or what are the interactions between the artists and the curator? So I saw it something more as an approach to talk about a practice than to talk about a discipline or as an object again. So I proposed to Hedwig Fien to change also the subtitle. Before it was the Journal for Contemporary Curatorship, and I proposed that we call it Around Curatorial Practices. And I also introduced this idea to have a guest editor with whom I collaborate. So I work closely related with the associate editor, Virginie Bobin. She's a younger generation curator, very, very bright. And I proposed this idea of guest curating because I wanted that Manifesta Journal would focus on, I have a visitor, that Manifesta Journal would focus on other regions than the Western world, which is something also that Viktor already did. So I invited, for 3 issues, I invited Rasha Salti, Beirut-based curator, to devise it together as a whole. And before this took place, we did one issue together with Cuauhtemoc Medina and the curatorial team of Manifesta 9. Mm-hmm. And already there it opened this idea that probably we will talk a lot about the way, the so-called politics of time. So this notion of chronopolitics, which is something related quite a lot to anthropology, and the way in anthropology the other is always observed as if the other is in the past, and we are looking at the other, and this other in anthropology or ethnology being many times the so-called primitive nations, which of course is a term that has been denounced now since many years. But this relationship between past and present is something also that I very much feel is very much present in all the post-colonial discourse. So, especially with Russia, we approached it through 3 different, let's say 3 different directions. And we did now the 3rd issue, and it is the last issue that we do together, and it will be about regret. So regret as, of course, as something looking back, but also it tries to be quite self-reflexive and honest from the position of a curator, meaning don't we all sometimes regret that we decided to do this job, because it means a lot of, it's a lot of full-time performance, you know, and a lot of just like logistically, a lot of trips, a lot of travels, a lot of social networking, and so we tried to approach this this also through as a kind of last issue of the journal, of our journal being done together. And we also put it, I forgot to say that it's online, and we put it into Creative Commons, and it's downloadable, and it's on print on demand.